What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. It's been a week since we've been here, and of course, a week is a long time in the world of football. Lots to talk about. Of course, the North London derby was amazing. Man City were made to work hard versus Newcastle, and Liverpool are the ladrons of the league now after robbing Forest absolutely blind. And of course, the Champions League has given us just some scrumptious, incredible, delectable drama, and we will be diving right in. And as always, my man Asif and of course Nez in the building. How we doing, gents?
Great, Jake. Apart from the ladron comment, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
I'm on you. I watched that game. I did the watch along, and I was upset. So I'm going to get on to you about that, but we'll definitely get there. By popular demands, though, I think we'll go ahead and actually, Nez, you didn't even answer me. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm trying to
we'll let you answer first.
I'm trying to catch up on these highlights, man. I've been working all day, man, so I'm just trying to see. I caught the end of the Galatasaray Juventus game, but and trying to catch some of these other ones to make sure I'm educated on the babble I say.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Well, we'll start right there in the Champions League this evening because it was some incredible drama, and we can start with yesterday, so you do know immediately what we're talking about, especially since it's relevant. Man City might be playing Bodo Glimt again. And before we go any further, people, you can no longer call them the Bozo Gimps. Put some respect on their name, because I didn't really think it. I didn't clock it until the second leg against Inter. But with 3 games left to go in the league phase, Bodo needed 7 points to advance, and they played Atletico Madrid. They played who else did they beat in that run? Man City was the first team they beat in that run, and Dortmund. So they drew Dortmund and they beat City and beat Atletico Madrid in Madrid to qualify, and now they've gone and knocked out Inter Milan. Absolutely incredible, man. And I tell you, in that game yesterday in the second leg, they were absolute value for their win. And I said at halftime in the watch along, I was like, if the Inter don't look out, they're going to give one on the break and Bodo will seal this. And what happens 5 minutes into the second half? I was like, no way. I called it. It was crazy, man. And dude, what a story. This is why I absolutely love this game. What a story.
Yeah, you know, the thing about it was I watched, I don't know which goal it was. It might have been the goal to close up shop on that one, where Akanji made the back pass where nobody goal. Okay, where nobody knew what he was doing. Like, what are you doing? And he's sitting there complaining. And now I'm saying this as a City supporter. Akanji had some slick comments about City in a press conference, not this one, but the one before, because they asked him, because, you know, he's on loan and City was going through the center back thing. And he's like, oh, you go back? And he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then he did that. It's like, he made the same mistakes he was making at City. Like, he's not the same dude. So, hey, man, it is what it is. And then they was just, you know, hunting from behind. And the funny thing is that after watching that game, they're good for it. I think either you sent it to me or somebody sent me the thing where it's like, if Bodo sent their whole team in Holland to the World Cup, how would they do? And I mean, obviously you would stick Odegaard in there too, but they're a solid team. They have good chemistry. And the thing about it is, I think this makes it very interesting for them. I mean, their league doesn't start for another month or something like that. And the thing is that these games are ones where they play us, but they kind of play a little bit of that possession ball, and they just move in space as well. It looked very reminiscent of, like, you know, the Barcelona Academy kind of stuff. And this is why, you need jokingly, but when people's like, oh, well, City might get Bodo again, I'm like, well, City has literally got film on them for like literal film now. So it's a very different thing. And so, I mean, I'm sure City would welcome the chance to go back to the frozen tundra, an American analogy or American descriptor, but to see to get a chance to go at them again. But they're a good team. Like no team is going to take them for granted again. Like no team is going to be like, oh, we're just going to walk on them. They're good for what they are, and I think that's why whoever they get in the next round, because it's either City or Sporting, is that right? They're going to take them seriously. Now, I mean, if I was taking the bet, so say they get Sporting and City get Madrid like they always get Madrid, then I would lean towards Bodo winning that.
I put money. I would put money down.
And winning that one. And
put money down.
Yeah. And so it kind of is what it is, but much respect due to them. They played really well, and they just sat back and took up what Enter gave them. So it was very good to see what they did, but it's also a lesson to start saying, looking at your homegrown players, make sure you get them in systems to play together and do what they did. I mean, again, it's very reminiscent of what happened at Barcelona, in the early Pep days, but respect to them. They did well.
I absolutely love it because it shows that, especially the way that second leg went, because in the first half, Bodo were not playing through the lines. They were hitting a lot of long balls, making sure they were battling in the midfield and being hard to play through, right?
Yep.
But when they got to halftime at 0-0, still up 2 goals in the tie, they decided, you know what? Inter have not been that great, and they put the ball down and went at them. They pressed really high, caused Akanji to do who knows what that was, and won the game.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Fantastic to see a team that literally nobody gave a chance to.
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful.
No, they soaked up the pressure, and then they knew Inter would have to come at them, which is what happened. And then they were just closing down the space for mistakes, because that's what happens when you're trying to win the game, when you're trying to come from behind. They'll open up those spaces. So, and like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those players end up in one of those major leagues in Europe come the summer. So I think a lot of that team is going to get picked off because
it'll be interesting because their season is during the summer.
So
I'm not sure how their transfers work.
Their revenue streams, etc., Jake, they'll find it hard to turn down like 20, 25 million euros for the player, for example. So I can see that team getting picked off.
In addition to what Steve is saying, and just real quick, what you're saying, like they'll buy those players and they got academy guys. They'll refill it, so it won't matter. But go ahead, Steve.
Not to mention,
of course they will. But because they've made such an impression on the European stage, I can see a lot of them. Then, obviously, as Liz says, they'll get new players through, etc., coming through the academy. But it might not be as the same standard as the ones they can let go. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, as you know, from the reserve team to come to play to the first team, etc. So, but this is what usually happens in European football. For example, when many years ago, when Monaco had that great run in the Champions League, got picked off. No one was Porto. Same thing happened with them when no one is expecting them to go so far into European competition. So yeah, that's what usually happens, and I can see that happening again.
And it's the lottery, though, man. It's literally the lottery. I mean, hey, man, if you come to if on my team you take 8 guys and I get 25 each one, I'm taking that, man. Because some of those guys are obviously going to get more than that.
For example, their striker, he's been banging them in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll get more, but in addition to that, essentially what they'll do, I think the players will probably do them a solid and say, okay, well, looking at who gets called up to the World Cup team, because players from that team are going to get called up to the World Cup team. You're like, and so
8 of them.
So the funny thing is, Jake, you mentioned their league is in the summer. Well, that's actually going to cause an issue too, because the World Cup is in the summer. So that means they're going to be on a break anyway. So these guys' agents will be negotiating during the World Cup. So Bodo, looking at it from a business perspective, if I'm Bodo, I'm salivating, man, because, hey, man, those guys about to go to the World Cup, they just had this run in the Champions League, and we don't know how far that's going to go. And then they're going to be at the World Cup, so they're clearly going to show something there because I think they'll get out of the group stage. So if they get out the group stage, so now you got guys who made a Champions League run are in the group stage of the World Cup, and who knows at that point once you're there, outside of the fix that's in for Messi to play Ronaldo, I mean the rest of the games are kind of there, and you're sitting there saying, "Hey man, if I'm Bodo, I'm like, hey." Don't negotiate anything until the World Cup run is over. Nothing. Don't. That's the only thing I would ask, because then you can maximize your money as a player, but then you're maximizing what the club can get.
In addition to that, and while you were putting that out there, I actually right at the end of it, I changed what I was going to say because of what your very last bit there. I was going to say that maybe Bodo can keep those players because they'll be able to increase salaries because they just made $11 million yesterday.
Yeah.
But
And if they get Sporting or City and make it through, that's another $12 million to the club. And so even if the players, and so that's, for me, that means the players are just in prime time positions, because even if they don't go anywhere and they made this run in the Champions League, you're getting a bump. There's no way you can't go to the club and be like, yo, I just scored X amount in a Champions League run with the first debut season in a Champions League run. We're beating giants left and right. I need a pay raise. So the players are in fantastic spot.
That's part of the reason why I think the players will leave, because even if they can get a bump, they're not going to get like an England bump, because
a Man City bump.
Right, you're not going to get that. So I mean, I think it'll be some.
You're still doing better than you were last season.
I mean, if you're like Jamie Vardy and you're like, I'm ride or die staying with my team, I get it. But outside of that, the money they'll make in Europe is going to be crazy, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, and the weather will be a little bit warmer.
They're probably used to that though, Vikings.
Hey man, if I can get some warm weather, I'll take it though.
No, but it's
that's fair enough.
It's a hard group that they've got. Looking at this now, they've got France,
Norway.
Norway. Yeah, Norway have got France, Senegal, and the winner of the playoff 2.
Yeah, they're going through.
They'll be fine. They should be fine.
That's a hard group, though. That's a hard group.
That's what I mean. That's
Senegal are no chumps. They'll be.
I'm just trying to figure out.
A surprise. They'll definitely give some couple of teams some trouble.
Well, the playoff one
is that the Sweden one or is that the Ireland one? Is that the Ireland Italy or is it the Sweden one? I can't remember which one. But yeah, it's gonna be. You know what? That could be a group of death if like Sweden get in that group or something. No, they can't have 3 European teams, can they? They couldn't be 3 European teams, so it'll be one of the South American playoff.
Yeah, it'd probably be
playoff tournament 2.
Iraq was.
It's one of the South America.
Looking at
Asia. Asia or South America. Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're good. They should be, as long as they handle Senegal, they should be fine.
Yeah,
they should be fine. So they're gonna, those Bodo players are gonna come out looking amazing.
I mean, hey man, they could beat France in the World Cup too. I mean, Mbappe is injured right now. France has already owned that they're gonna get a new manager, so that's always already in players' heads. So I mean, they don't got it. All they gotta do is draw them. You don't gotta really beat them. All you need is draw.
It's a World Cup.
I mean, we acting like that we haven't seen the game played. We don't know what they look like. And so I'm going to be honest, the World Cup is a while away. And yes, France is like 3 squad depth deep. They got 3 first teams. So I get it. But on a day in the where are the games at? In their American Heat? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Because remember, players was complaining about how hot it was. All you need is one bad
That's
day.
fair.
Now, speaking about the World Cup, that could be a bit of an issue going to Mexico now.
It's an issue going all of them except Canada.
Yeah, except Canada now. Yeah.
Well, Mexico is devolving into cartel war chaos, so it's a little bit worse. But yeah, it's.
So what happened to
I
that?
don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. That's like picking your spices because I don't know. I mean, immigration where you might not go home don't feel any better either. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they might be.
Just have your passport on you, I guess.
Yeah.
Just tape that to your forehead.
Or something.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Big up Bodo Glimt. I'm looking forward to their next game, of course. But yeah, let's see. Newcastle smashed Q-Bag. Not much to speak on there. Leverkusen blanked Olympiacos, so
Definitely not Leverkusen. So
that's probably Arsenal might play Leverkusen.
Leverkusen or Atlanta is
Or Atalanta, yeah. And what was the other game yesterday? See, now you got me wondering.
Atleti.
Yeah, Atletico. Alexander Sorloth will be in that Norway squad, by the way.
Comeback. That's crazy.
Hat trick.
They're crazy.
Yeah,
dude, the Champions League is amazing, man.
In that one.
Amazing game. Yeah, dude, Sorloth. Dude, Norway have some massive players because Sorloth is as big as Holland, if not bigger.
Yeah, no,
these dudes are huge. Oh my god, that dude is huge. And he's fast. Like he's not like a lumbering giant kind. Dude, he's fast. So yeah, I think going back to what we just said, Norway are going to be good. They'll be fine.
That's what. Hey man, we not giving France a win automatically. I'm just saying.
Nah, they'll be just fine, dude.
But when you were talking about Atletico Madrid, I'd prefer playing Galatasaray in the next round for Liverpool, personally.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Bodo went to Madrid and beat Atletico Madrid 4 goals. On the last day. We beat Atletico Madrid this season. That was at home. I don't know that you want to go to Turkey. Juventus shipped 5 goals. 5 goals they shipped in Turkey, bro.
No offense to Juve, but they're not Liverpool. We can.
I guess you guys were diabolical at the weekend. You were diabolical at the weekend. So I don't know where this confidence is coming from to go to that stadium.
A win's a win. It doesn't matter how it's done. Like I'm gonna borrow
I don't know, man.
Like I said before the program started, I'm gonna quote Nez on this. It doesn't matter how it's done, as long as it's a win. I'm sure you would have taken that against
whoever,
Wolves or Brentford.
All of them, yeah. The teams I didn't beat, yes, of course.
Yeah, you would have taken that. It doesn't matter if it was hook or by crook. If you got a penalty, it doesn't matter if it wasn't a penalty. You would have gone, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that, and yeah. So, and speaking of, who might be facing Madrid or Galatasaray, Spurs are cooked. They're not beating either of them. They're not going to beat either. They're not even going to get close. They won't get close.
I mean, no
chance, dude.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Now let's give them a chance.
Spurs are playing Galatasaray or Atletico Madrid. They're cooked,
right? But let's look at what they did in the Champions League.
Cooked.
Let's beat Dortmund.
Cooked. Yes, so did Atalanta. Atalanta just smoked Dortmund 4-1.
All right, hold on. They played PSG to 8 goals, right? They was in the game with them.
Nez, knockout format is totally different, and you know the amount of injuries.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. First of all, I'm happy to do that. You already know I'm happy to do that.
Are you sitting here defending your bogey team?
Wait a minute.
They've got
the team that took points from you this season.
Bodo Glimt couldn't beat them, and Bodo has been smacking people. So I'm just saying, I'm using y'all stuff. I'm just Bodo only. Hey, they drew with Bodo, but and Tottenham went to to the North Pole with Santa Claus and
Did they beat Copenhagen?
What-
Did they
what
beat
you-
Copenhagen? Did Copenhagen qualify for the? No, they didn't beat Copenhagen, and that team didn't even qualify.
You got to look
Hey,
at the
man.
injury list. That's what you're not taking into account. Is
Well, I'm taking a lot to it. I literally talk about injuries all the time, but I'm talking
But
about,
I'm
hey,
saying,
man.
look at Tottenham's injury list.
Nah,
and then you
well, hold on. Spurs have literally made it there, and we got to be honest, right? I mean, I don't think that they're good. I'm not saying they are, but we have to be careful because we've literally seen Spurs be fourth in the Champions League, right? And relegation fodder in the Premier League. If that's indeed the case, because we've seen it and we have to live in the reality, because, I know the Chelsea contingent is not here, but Chelsea literally looked like garbage in the league, and then they showed up in the Champions League. Hey, if I'm these guys...
When did they show up in the Champions League? When was that?
Say again?
When did they show up in the Champions League?
Who?
Chelsea. When was that?
Remember the year the first one they won.
I thought you meant this season.
No, I'm just talking about the past. Just the past.
No, I'm not saying Tottenham don't have a chance, but it's.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not counting nobody out.
I'm saying
With
they
that
have no
I know
chance.
with that
That
injury
don't
list,
count, man. We already know how you feel.
with
Tottenham
that
finished
injury
fourth.
list, with that injury list, it's doubtful. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's doubtful.
Hey, man, they won 5 games. They drew 2 and lost 1. I'm just saying.
They're going to lose 2 more in the Champions League, and that's it.
Say again?
They're going to lose 2 more in the Champions League, and it'll be over.
I'm just saying, man. You never know.
Yeah, so am I. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it. So am I.
You never know.
Yeah, I think everyone.
I hear you.
It's like a boxing.
But they're done in general. Spurs are done in general, bro. Their whole club is finished. The whole thing is done. It's over. Finito. They're down. They're going down. They're going down in the Champions League. They're going down to the championship. Maybe they'll be title winners next season. I don't know.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
We'll
We'll see.
They won a trophy last year.
Sure, I'll give it to them. They won a trophy.
Hey, so that means I mean, while again I agree that I don't expect them to go far. Hey, man, Spurs won the Europa League last year. They are 4th in the Champions League this year. It clearly shows that Europe is their bag until evidence shows otherwise. Correct. I'm just saying. I hear you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just looking because if we look at the injuries, so Asif mentioned the injuries. Most of the injuries, I'm looking at the injury report. Most of the guys come back in March.
So that means goal scoring is Savio's bag.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. You're using evidence that you have nothing to support. I mean, literally, they won Europa League last year. They finished 4th. I'm not saying stuff that I feel. I'm saying stuff that I see. And I'm looking at the injury report. Half of their guys come back in March. I'm just saying, I hear you, and I don't have the Spurs hate. Now, if he was talking about United, maybe I would have the same hate, but I don't have that hate. I mean,
United are nowhere near
a bogey team for City. I get that too, but I'm just looking, and I'm not convinced that Galatasaray like that. I mean, sure, they were fine today, but I ain't convinced like that. And
but Jake,
and
when you were
seen,
talking about the best player on the Man City team.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand how you deflect it, but I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you facts. You are literally using information from a guy that clearly has no statistical evidence to support the stuff you're saying.
Champions League, they're gonna have to rotate that squad, so you're gonna have to see the best player in the league, that Brazilian who plays for Man City.
Well, I mean, there are no Brazilians on the Man City team, so I'm not really sure what you're going with. But what I do know is that the evidence I'm putting out there is showing. I'm not going to completely throw Spurs under the bus until the bus runs behinds over.
The bus is running them over. That's for sure.
I hear the bus revving. I hear him revving. But all I know is that when we come back here, one of the next games, like they're in the mid to late March, right?
Right before the Carabao Cup final.
No.
Literally,
I mean, they are not. Yeah. They don't count in. If we talking about Europe. But we're not paying them no attention there. We know.
No, I'm saying the Champions League, the next Champions League games, the second legs are the weekend before the Carabao Cup final.
Oh, well, okay, so that's the end of March, right?
Yeah.
That's the end
No,
of March, right?
it's the middle of March. It's like in 2.5 weeks.
Yep.
The 16th, 17th
Is it?
of March. Yeah. Yeah. They're before the Carabao Cup final. And March 22nd is the Carabao Cup final.
Okay. Well, that's the last week, right? That's the last week, right? Because it's just like this one.
Well, the beginning of it. Yeah.
March 22nd is the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the week. It's a week and a half before, and then we have the
week before,
that
right?
weekend game, and then during the week are the second legs, yeah,
Okay,
and then it's the Carabao Cup final.
Okay, so they got 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're yeah.
And I just
3
said
weeks
that guys are coming back in March. I'm just saying,
And,
hey,
and who's coming back? Who's coming back? That's going to influence that shit heap.
hey, man, I hear what you're saying. And the thing is, I get the emotion, but I also get that I don't care enough about them to support them because I haven't said they're gonna win. I'm just saying that
We're not even to the Lewis. We're not even at the North London Derby segment yet, and you've got me spewing. Can we wait till that for me to shit on Spurs?
My bad. Save it then. Save it. But no,
So today,
I hear y'all.
So today, Atalanta, and I gave them 0 shot. I gave them no chance. I said no effing way. I watched that game last week. Dortmund blanked them. They had nothing to offer. There was 0.
Oh.
I said, you're never going to do it. I said, you have no effing chance, no effing way. Atalanta said, hold my beer.
Oh, so teams do that.
What a game. What a game, bro.
4-1.
Dude, what a game this was, man. I couldn't believe it. And it was right from the rip. Atalanta were at it, on it, right from the word go. Scored in the 4th minute and never looked back, dude. And I thought for sure Dortmund had sunk a dagger when they equalized. And it was 3-3. And then the game just evolved into chaos. Just into absolute and utter chaos. A couple of red cards. There was 3 red cards at the end of the game because they were fighting after the penalty. And talk about a pressure penalty. Like to send your team through after a dismal performance in the first leg, and you have an opportunity to win it. Literally last kick of the ball.
Yeah.
Did you see that penalty?
Yeah, I'm
ice in the veins, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm looking
ice
at it now.
In the veins. Ice cold, upper 90, rips the net off, dude. Wow. Like, that was a cold penalty, bro. Cold. Like, in a humongous moment. That dude's name is Samardzic, and I would venture a guess that that's the biggest moment of his career.
For now?
Huge.
Yeah.
For now. Yeah, for now. I mean, wow. What a game that was, dude. And Atalanta were at them the whole time. Dortmund were counterattacking well. That's what they do. It was such a fun game. And then to end like it did. That's why I keep saying I love Champions League so much.
And they saved Italy because Italy wouldn't have anybody in the next round.
Yeah. Italy, yeah. I thought Italy were done. I thought they were on the brink for sure, man. I thought it was over with. What a crazy match, man. I love it. I absolutely do. And I thought the whole time, I was like, during the week, I was like, yep, Arsenal are going to Germany in the second leg, or in the first leg, no matter what. And now I'm thinking, I would have wanted to play Atalanta on paper. But after seeing that performance in Bergamo, I'm like, that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be a fun place to go for anybody. They needed to win by 3 goals today, and they put it on them. And the only 2 games I've watched in that stadium this season, Atalanta wrecked worlds. They beat Juventus 3-0 in the Coppa Italia. At home in the Coppa Italia, they wrecked Juve 3-0. Blistering performance. And then that performance today was amazing. This is great. It was incredible. They got Gianluca Scamacca leading the line. Scamacca, the West Ham reject leading the line, bro.
Hey man, he
Crushing
scored.
it.
Mate, speaking about Juventus, did you see the game against Galatasaray? That was
Yeah. I was doing the Paris game actually, but that game as well. Holy crap! What a day!
Yeah,
What a day! Oh my goodness
105th,
gracious! How do you?
105th minute.
I mean, props to the old lady for 3-0 down or 3 goals down, coming back, getting the going 3-0 up, and then it just again, red cards, man. Just the same as Monaco, and we'll get to that one in a second. Just hit the implosion button, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And it's interesting to see Osimhen's body language after he scores that goal. He didn't celebrate. He was so frustrated. He was so unbelievably frustrated. Like, it's one of those goals where he's like, finally, all of you. And he's just kind of walked back to the thing. Because he's like, the whole time he's been begging them to give him service. Cross me the ball. Give me the ball in the box. Get me the ball. I will score. And then he does it. And so he's kind of like, yeah, what did I tell you? And he's just like walking away like to his own teammate. He's like frustrated with his own teammates. He's walking away. Like the guy comes up and hugs him. He's like pushing him off. He's like, I told you. He's like mad. I was like.
But he did that in AFCON too. He did that same behavior in AFCON too.
I mean, he's a game winner. He won the match. He won the game. He won the tie. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in my experience, the best of the very, very best, they're arrogant because they back it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Today he backed it up.
True. But like you say, the red cards when PSG Monaco as well. Monaco had that red card. They were playing well till then.
4 minutes of madness cost them the whole tie. They were playing so well. That one actually annoys me. That one annoys me a little bit because I was doing the watch along and it was a great game. They scored right before halftime. Best time to score. Changes the complexion and the halftime speech completely. The Paris players were back on the pitch like 2.5 to 3 minutes before the Monaco players. And the commentator made an interesting point about he thinks that's probably because Luis Enrique was pissed. And so what I imagine happened in the locker room was what Premier League fans will know as the hairdryer treatment. And he was probably screaming himself hoarse. And then when he was done, he's like, get out, go. And they went there. And so they were standing on the field waiting for a couple of minutes before the Monaco players even came out. And then Monaco just implode. I mean, we're just gonna give this away.
Hey, simplest thing you say is you're the holders. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Against a team that you know intimately. It's not like you're not familiar with these guys. They're gonna play them again in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then when speaking about the other games as well, like I didn't mention last week, I wouldn't be surprised if Winnie scored or at least got an assist in that game and he won the game.
So, he got the dance.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And like I was saying before we started, it was quite funny that the Real Madrid fans were saying no to racism when with their history, but that's a totally different thing. But yeah, no, I'm glad he scored the goal. Glad he scored.
Absolutely.
He did his talking on the pitch when he mattered. So that's the best place for the critics, etc. So especially what happened in the first leg.
Yeah, I wanted them to win 8-0, honestly.
Well, I mean, it was closer because then
I wanted them to destroy them.
Benfica scored first.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know it had? I'm sure that woke them up.
Just 2 minutes afterwards, the Real scored again. The Real scored the second goal. So
it was
woke them up, man, because they
many.
This shows sort of where Madrid is that they think that stadium is enough. It's not, man. You need to still play games. So I mean, give them credit that I think they should have won because on paper there should be the better team. But I mean, that air that they thought they had, I don't know if that still works the same. I don't think that works the same anymore. Because Benfica wasn't afraid of them. They wasn't, and they knew what they was going into.
And I will say this. It's difficult in these kinds of moments because just look at my comment there. I wanted Madrid to win 8-0 because of the whole drama behind the game, not because I give a shit about Madrid or Benfica, right? And so it's kind of difficult. And I think I've had to take this look at myself, and we have to look at the fact that we can't blame the other Benfica players. We can't get on them. They're still professionals. They still go out and had a job to do today and tried to do their job and did their thing, despite the bullshit that their teammate has brought upon them and the drama and all of this that their team, and yes, the club is not covering itself in any kind of glory either, but those players are still under contract there, and we're not just going to assume that they're all pieces of shit as well. You know what I mean? And so fair play to those guys that still got out there in what I'm sure was not a fun environment and went out there and still tried to do their thing. I still think that that's important to note, even though, their teammate has cast such a shroud of nastiness over this whole thing. You know what I mean?
For sure. I think, the next, the draw, because did we cover all of them? I think we covered them all.
I think that's it. Yeah. I think we've touched on every one of them. Yeah.
I think the draw is going to be very interesting because I'm sitting here looking.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. But I'm looking, right? So for example,
it's Friday, isn't it?
No, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Friday.
Tomorrow.
Sure.
No, tomorrow, sorry.
It's tomorrow. And so you look.
Okay, Mike,
it's almost midnight where Asif is. It's almost tomorrow where Asif is.
Correct.
It is. It's nearly 12 o'clock, so yeah.
But I mean, you look like these are some interesting potential ties. So you got PSG against Barcelona or Chelsea. And I mean, I think PSG could beat Chelsea. And I for sure think that it'll be, if they get Barcelona, ooh, boy.
That'll be fun.
But then you got Newcastle on the other side, and you don't know what Newcastle you're getting, right? Because Newcastle in Europe is not the same. And so Newcastle against Chelsea, which would be a very interesting draw.
There's a world where 5 of the 6 English teams are on the same side of the bracket. It could happen. But either Spurs or Liverpool would be on the other side of the bracket, and they'd be the only English team. But what could happen is Newcastle-Chelsea, and then the winner of that could play either Spurs or Liverpool, supposing they get to the quarters. And on the other side, it's possible that Arsenal City in the quarters.
Yeah.
So there could be a world where we all have to play each other in the Champions League.
Well, if I'm going to throw a thing out there, and I mean, if we're going to buy the game, I mean, realistically, if I'm buying it, I want to, with that many English teams, I'm greasing some palms for an English final. That's what I'm greasing for. I'm greasing for the English final. That's what I want. But,
that'd be fun. Dude, if we, how many finals are we going to see you in this season there, Lewis?
Hey, man, how many finals are there? Let's go for that many, right?
Let's go for three finals, 3 cup finals. That'd be great.
Just out of curiosity, guys, just to let you guys know as well, I know Mbappe's leading the way in goals, but Gordon's second and Kane's third. Just so English players, just to let
say
you
again. Say again.
Anthony Gordon stat padding with 4 penalties versus Q-Bag.
Top 3 scorers in the Champions League. So
3 penalties.
13 goals Mbappe, 10 goals Gordon.
Okay.
And then the next on the list is Kane with 8.
Oh wow.
That's because Newcastle put 9 past Q-Bag, and they get an extra 2 games. They got an extra 2 games.
Like when you were
referencing, how can we give but how are we giving Mbappe and the players from the teams that were shit? No. See, hear me out. Steve, hear me out. Hear me out. Why are we rewarding the players on the shit teams? Whoa, the shit teams that couldn't make the top 8 in the Champions League get rewarded in the Golden Boot race because they get extra games that we get to count towards a Golden Boot race. But but I didn't get extra games.
Mbappe didn't play today though.
No, Mbappe didn't play today either. So, but
I don't give a shit about Golden Boot, bro. Just give me the trophy. I don't care whatsoever.
If it helps, Jake, Martinelli's number 6 on the list.
No, it doesn't. Not even at all.
But no,
that doesn't help me.
There's no one else not even in the top 10 for Arsenal.
Gyökeres has 3, maybe.
I don't know none of them stats, man.
I know Gyökeres has at least 1 in the Carabao, and he's got 10 on in the league. So yeah.
I'm just checking this now. Where's Gyökeres? Madueke is your after Martinelli's Madueke.
Maduki. Good old Maduki. Well, segues are.
No, I do apologize. Gyökeres is on 4. So it's actually Gyökeres.
There you go. My man. Yeah, here you go. Segues are weird, right? Victor Gyökeres, man of the match in the North London derby. Absolutely taking the Spuds to school. And for me,
I have a question for you, Jake.
I think that
now we're talking about
we'll start there. Go ahead.
Do you think it's a turning point now? Now, like it was a turning point for Wirtz when he started change of position, etc. For Liverpool. Do you think it's a turning point for Gyökeres now that he's got back to English shores? He's getting used to how Arsenal play. Do you think it's a turning point? Because some pundits are saying yes, some pundits are saying no. So Michael Owen, for example, was saying no. He still sees weaknesses in Gyökeres' game. While Gallagher was saying no. I think he's improved. He's kicking on. What do you think?
No, it wasn't a turning point. The turning point was the goal against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. He's been getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better. 8 and 12. And, I will say a certain Deuce on your team has been getting a lot of praise. Best signing of the league. While Gyökeres has been called the flop of the league. The flop of the thing.
Who's the best signing?
Go check the goals.
Who's the best?
Hugo Eki TikTok is supposed to Eki TikTok is supposed to be the best signing of the summer of the season so far. Okay. And Gyökeres is a flop, but how many goals? How many goals do they both?
Eki has been injured a lot more than Gyökeres.
Yeah, Gyökeres was out for 4 games with an injury. So yeah.
Eki has been out for a lot longer.
Excuses sound great to those making them up, don't they? I seem to remember my guys on top of the league cruising. But yes, I do agree with Carragher's comments that he's finding some really good form at the best time. Because in the beginning, we were talking about poor touches, and he looks like the ball bounced off of him. He looks slow.
I just looked this up, Jake. They're both tied on 10 goals.
Yeah, my point exactly. So who's a flop and who's the best signing of the season? Anyway.
Out of games.
We'll talk in May. Yeah, we'll talk then. But yeah, Gyökeres was absolutely phenomenal versus Spurs. I thought that we did panic a little bit for like 20 minutes right after it was like 10 minutes right after they scored.
After they scored, yeah.
After they scored, there was a little bit of kind of some nervy stuff, but I think Arteta in the locker room was like, "Come on, guys, it's only Spurs." And dude, the finish Jurian Timber smashes that ball into Gyökeres. It's a laser beam into him. And he takes a gorgeous first touch. Second touch, bang, back of the net. That is the kind of goal that Carragher's talking about. That's the kind of goal that tells Michael Owen you can shut up, because that is a goal that Michael Owen would be proud to score. Yeah, for sure. That first goal that Gyökeres scored for Spurs was a banger. And then the touch, not 4 minutes later, to set Eze on his way, and we end up getting the third goal. Oh, so beautiful. You know, and speaking of Eze, he must hate these guys. He must really just, like, he's got 6 goals in the league this season. 5 of them are against Spurs. And then he does the Booker T spin-a-rooney on them in their stadium. Dude, he must really not like these guys at all. Oh, God. I was in dreamland, man. I was on cloud 9 during this one. We absolutely destroyed them. And for me, what the biggest difference and what I hope to see moving forward for the rest of the season is that we pressed and 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 did not let up. 97th minute, up 4-1. Archie Gray couldn't get out the corner. 97th minute, we're up 4-1. They couldn't get the ball out of their own corner. I want to see that every minute of every game for the rest of the season. Because that's how we just that's when we're at our best. When we put 3 against Stamford Bridge, yeah, we gave up 2 stupid goals going the other way, but we pressed them to death and put 3 past Chelsea. When we put 3 past Inter at the San Siro, we won't have to be worried about that anymore this season. But when we did that, we pressed them to death. When Bayern Munich came to town, pressed them into oblivion, 3-1 on your head top. When Atletico Madrid came to town, pressed them to death, 4-2 on your head top. When we press teams like that, it's almost we're almost unplayable. And now that Gyökeres is putting in goals, 8 and 12, as I said, and Eze decided to wake up for that one. He wasn't amazing. I will say he wasn't amazing until his goal, until we scored the very first goal. Eze was it seemed like he was shying away from it a little bit. But like you said, Asif, as far as turning points, that could have been one for Eze. Because when he scored that goal, he upped his level and didn't look back and was superb for the rest of the game.
So do you think Odegaard or Eze next game?
Ooh, yeah. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting one.
Especially against Chelsea.
We might see Havertz against Chelsea. It might not be either of them. It might be Havertz and Gyökeres, because we did have some success with that in those 3 games that Kai played. But I think that that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I don't know what Odegaard's fitness level is like. You know,
he played.
Yeah, he came in for like 15 minutes.
I mean,
got an assist. Got an assist. So I'm honestly, I'm not going to be upset either way. I wouldn't mind either way. I personally think that Odegaard does need to get in the team and get a run of games in the team. But conversely, when Eze, we need to transition Eze from this tag of moments player to being able to bring the moments, being able to make the moments. And when he's confident, he does that. He really plays through the lines. He gets under Gyökeres well, and they're able to link up when we hit it long. So I might lean Eze in this one, because Chelsea's best attributes is the counter press.
in their
the
midfield.
counter press in the midfield. Absolutely. And so they're terrible in build-up, and we're going to make them hit it long. And so, yeah, I think it would suit Eze to play those quick vertical balls when we win the second ball in the midfield and there's space before Chelsea get back. So as far as this game specifically and how I think it's going to go, yeah, I would prefer. I think just I would prefer Eze.
It looks like Havertz is out, though. It says he's doubtful, so I don't know if he's available for selection in the next one.
It's 5 days from now. It's 4 days from now. Who knows? Who knows with that? Because when they ask Arteta that, he's always, he always kind of lies and says some weird shit. So you never really know. Oh, he's, the first time they ask him, he's a couple days away. The second time they ask him, he's fine. And then the third time they ask him, it's going to be 2 weeks. And then they ask him again, and he's like, oh, well, he's in training tomorrow.
I got nothing.
Yeah, neither do the reporters. Neither does the media. They don't know either. So I'm not too sure. But there was a chance that Havertz was going to be available for Spurs. But that, again, also might have been a smoke screen. But I personally think that, just like City had to win that game versus Liverpool, and it was kind of felt like a little bit of a momentum shift, City are resurgent. They're going, we had to win this game. And I think that same kind of little bit of like momentum is kind of swung back our way. And so it's, as far as like momentum's concerned, I feel like we've kind of evened it out. And, now it's like we're going to go blow for blow. And like I said, we're probably going to take it to the Etihad. That game is probably going to, not probably, is going to have massive importance. But there's a ton of football to play before we get there. And as far as Chelsea are concerned, I'm confident. Once again, I'm very confident. No Cucurella, no Fofana, because they now have more red cards than home wins in the league.
Well, they're not playing at home, but I hear what you said.
Yeah, so it's not great. I'm very confident once again, and I think that knowing our strengths and knowing how I think this game is going to go, like I said, if we press them to death and make Sanchez just hit it long, we'll pin them in. And we win second balls all day. Especially if Cole Palmer doesn't decide to show up like he hasn't done for 10 months now. Some of the misses that Cole Palmer had versus Burnley, the miss versus Leeds, I don't know what it is, bro. The World Cup's coming, right?
He has 8 goals though. Like, he's missed a bunch of games and has 8 goals. So he's still scoring. He needs
to show a bit more form.
Well, we're gonna see. The funny thing is that there's no greater game than a London Derby, right? There's no greater game.
They're getting smoked.
And in addition to that, like these guys, we'll get. I guess we'll talk about United somewhere, but United is in 4th, man. So Chelsea kind of, sort of, have to win, because if they don't win, I'm not saying they are, but because they'll be on 48, and then Liverpool, I know they're watching Liverpool because you guys are the last game of the weekend. So Liverpool
play West Ham. Liverpool are going to smash the bubbles. They're in trouble, Chelsea.
I'm talking about for Chelsea. I'm saying Chelsea is literally watching where United won their game already. Liverpool is going to play, and so you got 3 points sitting there. And so I think it makes it that like they really, really, really have to be like on. We need to be on it, because, and then United played before them. They played a game before you guys played. They played a 9:00 one on Sunday. So in addition to the pressure they already have, even though we know we do question how serious Chelsea is as an organization, I'm guessing the players, because they won a trophy, this year or last season, that they're gonna take the game, and I knew they would, but like they're gonna look at the results in front of them. With Liverpool beating, and we think I feel confident they'll beat West Ham, and then United. Now I don't know about the United and Crystal Palace one. I don't know about that one because I think United and Crystal Palace might be more of a game than it looks like. But it just puts a lot of pressure on them, so it does make you wonder: will Chelsea capitulate due to that pressure, or will they step up to it? It's a very fair question because like both teams, I mean, I hear you, but both teams are like they're literally looking over their shoulder at people, and I think that makes it, and that's part of the reason why the Premier League is considered one of the best leagues in the world because it's stuff like this.
Yeah, absolutely, and I definitely think that having we as well, Arsenal will have seen what you do. And I have a very, very sharp eye on Ellen Road on Saturday night under the lights, 8 o'clock kickoff in England.
Yeah.
And the Leeds are no mugs. So
no.
Asif, you get some tickets to the game, man. You can go cheer on Leeds to beat Man City. Gonna go watch Savio. Hey, pay good money to see Savio.
I would pay good if he's playing. Then yes, I
yeah, if Savio's playing, he's locked in.
Well, clearly you all are not financially responsible.
No. What does that mean?
We'd pay to see one of the best players in the league play.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Sure, you would.
Absolutely, we would. But yeah, I'm definitely confident, despite the pressure that there will be. And hey, if Leeds do take something from you, it won't be as necessarily pressure. It'll be more opportunity, and maybe we'll be able to pull even farther ahead of you.
Results. They got a pretty good result against Aston Villa in the other day. So
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Leeds. Like from what I've watched of them, and I've watched a number of their games. They will stay up. You can put money on it right here, right now. Leeds will stay up for sure. They will be playing in the league next season. They're definitely got the players. The manager knows what's going on. He knows how they can play within themselves, and they're going to give everybody until they're safe and don't need to worry about it anymore. They're going to give everybody a good run, a strong run. So City but need to be on it, but we'll definitely get there. We'll definitely get there in just a hot minute. But yeah, as far as Arsenal are concerned, I'm confident. Obviously, there's going to be nerves right before the game. There's always nerves right before the game. But our record versus Chelsea at the Emirates is fantastic. Arteta's already shown, that he's got, he's can handle whatever Rosinha tried to throw at him last time. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm sure it'll be a different game. I'll say this. Chelsea aren't going to do that nonsense they brought to the last game. I definitely expect them to be up for it. And honestly, I think that's been their downfall. They've just got too amped. They've just been too up for it in too many games. And that's where I think these red cards are coming from. I heard a comment from a Chelsea fan talk about how none of their red cards are like it was the last man in the last minute of the game, and if I didn't pull him down, he was for sure going to score and we lose. It hasn't been any of that. It's been silly stuff.
Stupid.
It's been dumb stuff. Just dumb stuff. You know what I mean? And so I definitely think Chelsea have a leadership problem. A lot of people, players are too young. People aren't keeping cool heads on the field. And I'm not saying that they're going to get another red card versus Arsenal, but I definitely think.
Didn't we make what was joking that they had a red card like every game or something like that? It was something along those lines or something.
For a while they did. There was like 6 straight. It was like 6 or 7 straight games they had a red. It's nuts. They're really good at that. But yeah, I'm confident, like I say, and I think if we just continue to do what we've been doing, I definitely think that Tottenham win gives us the momentum again as far as gets the form going again. And if we play like I know we can, just press them and win second balls, I think Gyökeres is firing. I think Eze's firing. Saka's had a couple of good games on the bounce. I think once again, we should decimate them. Saka,
Is Saka available? Because I know he got hit in the leg or something. Okay.
It was it's like a contact injury. It's just like a sore one. And he always limps off, right? It's his thing. That's like his shtick. But yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be back raring to go, of course. And I think we wrecked them. And I'm not gonna say that, last time I did this and I said, yeah, we're gonna win 5. We're definitely gonna win 5-0. It was embarrassing. So I'm not gonna say that. But if we play the way I know we can, we should destroy them. But knowing what I know, and there will be nerves and things that we've seen at this point, we have 10 finals. Win it. I do not give a shit. Win the game. At the end of the day, yes, on paper with no pressure, and this was week 13 or whatever, and it was whatever early in the season stuff. On paper, we should destroy them. But this is the run-in now. We're here now. And every single game is going to have so much pressure on it. And that's where Arsenal and Arteta especially really going to have to deal with that aspect of the game. And I think if we do, I think we'll be just fine. Might be a comfortable 2-0. I'm hoping for 5-0.
I guess we will see. I don't predict scores. I gave that one up.
Fair enough. Hey, we might bring back the predictions league. You never know.
What is it called when you don't do a bet? When it's like I push. Yeah,
You push on it every time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, speaking of title race and momentum and all of this, I thought that Newcastle gave you a good run at the Etihad on Saturday. Absolutely did.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about it.
It's funny to watch the game. It was a very interesting one in the sense of the narrative of how many times we have to play and all that stuff. There was a lot of missed chances. But what I did see is the fact that it looks like Pep may have found his midfield 3, and as much as I think it's a little bit unfair to the other Nico O'Reilly, clearly who was a midfielder from the get-go, finally plays midfield, and he gives us a brace. He covers Rodri. Bernardo's intelligence is there to support, and Haaland, even though he's not scoring the goals, which he should be scoring goals. He's assisting now. He's like second in the league in assists, number 1 in goals. And so you think
really?
Yeah, he's number 1 in goals, second in assists. Bruno has a pretty big gap on him. I think Bruno has 12 and Haaland has like 8 assists or something like that. But Haaland is and he's been coming back. He's playing defense. He's pressing. He's finding a way to work. They put Marmoush in there, which I think really helped a lot. Foden is still off it, but
he's dealing with personal problems that he's dealing with.
Well, 2 years in a row, you might need to sit out then. You can't have the same if that's happening, then you really got to reevaluate life and say, using a biblical reference just for knowledge, or are you in your Job part of your life where you just having all the tests right now? Because because the high he was on, he went from player of the season, league champion, to whatever's going on with him. And it's not like he started this season out bad. Like, he had a good start to this season as well. But overall, the team looks secure. One thing, and shout out to Stephen McInerney. I used to watch him on I forget what the City podcast was, but he has his own podcast too. But he said something on his Twitter that I thought as well, but somebody wrote it, is when Diaz got his yellow and we came out in the second half and Kusanov replaced him, no one would have ever imagined Kusanov will replace Diaz. But he did, because somebody was calling for, hey, he's literally the wrecking ball to the piece that Gahey provides. And that partnership, hey man, that kid is good, man. And he proves it every time. There's no one running him over. He'll run into you. Yes, he's good for a card, but he's getting better. He's not doing it. He's sort of at the same frequency. But you think about that, like there's some intelligence and some speed and some strength back there where the back line looks a little bit better than it did before, because Gahey has really calmed down a lot of the stuff that was going on back there. He's essentially replaced the yelling that Diaz did while he was getting outrun. And so, I mean, I made a joke. Come on, man. You know, I've been saying that Diaz will be yelling at people and people just running past him. But I mentioned that Gahey has a head shaped like Vinny. So maybe he's like the Vinny regen because he got the same head. And so, you know, you just, what, man? I'm just saying, it's the Vinny regen in the English version. And, you know, and then with the wrecking ball that is Kusanov, you know, you got that. And then obviously Nunez has been fine. Ait Nouri, which I'm glad to see. Ait Nouri is, you know, playing left back like he should be. And we have channels for him to go in. But I can think that my biggest concern when we talked about when Diaz came back and Diaz came on for Kusanov during the injury, my biggest concern was, will Kusanov play? And so the fact that Pep did that means that he's starting to see that these guys are finding chemistry together. And because he's picked that midfield that there's the back line. And then we're just still figuring out up front. This for some reason, he's not starting Cherky. Is obviously he can play because he's playing all the time. But I'm trying to figure out obviously I think it's matchups, but I think you wonder like how that's going to work going forward, because obviously Semenyo is locked in on a wing. And so then it's about who plays the other wing, where it's either Marmoush or Doku, which I don't know if he's back. I don't know. Is he? I think he's back. I gotta look.
Yeah, he was on the bench. Marmoush is so different than Semenyo. It's interesting how they play when they play together. You almost your front line has a really weird rotation because Marmoush goes all over the joint. Semenyo stays put, and Holland is like left to find whatever's left. It was a really weird rotation.
Just going back to when you were talking about Kuzinov, he reminds me of Vidic, the way he plays.
He does. People said that recently about him. They said he's kind of like Vidic. He is. He's just a wrecking ball, man. Like
he was fantastic. He was fantastic. I'll give you that. He was fantastic.
He's a good player, man. So if I mean, Gahey's going to be his Rio, I mean, you know, whatever, right? You know, I mean, it kind of is what it is. But, you know, I mean, the team looks stable. I mean, people will complain about Silva always playing, but Silva does provide that sort of calm that the team needs. So, you know, he's essentially playing like a double 8 with O'Reilly. And you know, O'Reilly is given the freedom to move back and forth. But I mean, the rotation and the players there, I mean, he's still trying to figure out how to get Phil in, but Phil hasn't sorted. Holland really isn't scoring, but Holland is contributing in other ways, which people are not necessarily giving him credit for. They expect goals from him all the time, but he's contributing in a different kind of way, and that's good. But I think he'll find his feet. But I think it'll be a good game. And to the point, again, it's on the road. Leeds away is always a good watch. So you know, I think they for sure know they'll take it seriously, and we'll just kind of see where we go from there. Because if you look, I'm looking at the injuries. Everybody starting next week, everybody will be back. Like with the exception of Gavardiol, because you know his ankle is broken, I think. But
he's gone. Yeah, he's
But outside of that,
we don't see him anymore.
Well, even though I think Gavardiol is kind of, I think they're trying to work him so he can play the World Cup. I would not be shocked if he doesn't play the World Cup.
He's Croatian, right?
Yes. Yeah. And he's a starter, so he's for sure going to play. So he doesn't need to play any games or anything like that. He's going to be on the team.
Definitely starting, yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's – so for the most part, the whole team will be available the first week of March, which will be not this game but the next one. So that looks very interesting.
It's the FA Cup.
Say again?
Like the first weekend of March.
Oh yeah. Next weekend is FA Cup. Yeah.
Is FA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, next weekend.
But I was gonna say I was saying that because I get to rotate. You don't. I get to. You have to play Newcastle again. So
well, the funny thing is while I understand what you're saying, the thing about it is that City have so many good guys that need to play. The rotation is a rotation that we have to do anyways. I mean,
of course, Savinho needs to play.
No, and the funny thing is I know we have fun with that, but Savinho probably does need to play in that game. He needs to start getting some form because the thing is, as much as he's been absolutely awful, the thing about it is that he's watched everybody raise the standard. So you would hope while he's had a chance to watch from the bench.
If he actually improves his finishing, he'd be a good player.
He'd be a good player. Like, I mean, the thing about, because I mean, again, the thing is just the backwards passes. So I can have, we can have a poke at it, but the guy has potential. But it's a point in time where we got to go past that, where you got to start producing. Because the thing is that I mean, there's other guys that are his age that are producing. So what you waiting for? I mean, hey man, Kusanov don't even speak English. What are we doing? What are we doing? So come on.
Wasn't it Darwin Nunez that didn't speak English for like a long time, and he just couldn't understand Klopp, and so he would just ignore Klopp.
Yeah.
Noodles just couldn't understand any. There was that one clip where like McAllister was explaining to him what Klopp had just said because he just refused to learn English. Oh my God. But like Kusanov is still killing it. Apparently, I mean, what does he even speak?
Well, he's Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistani.
I don't know if that's a language.
Is that Russian?
Some kind of Slavic thing? I don't think it's Russian. I think it's a Slavic-based language, but I don't know what it is.
So I guess they have their own language.
Like a lot of the Eastern Bloc one has Slavic-based languages, just like the Latin-based ones.
Uzbek. That's the.
So it is. Yeah. Okay. So they have a national. Yeah. Sure. I just didn't know. Because there's like 10,000 languages or something. Like that's not an exaggeration. There's a freaking ridiculous amount of languages spoken. So I wasn't sure, but yeah, he'll learn English though eventually. I feel like.
Because Kusanov is what, 20? He'll be at City for a while.
He's got a lot of time to on his side.
He'll be at City for.
He's fantastic. I think that's a fantastic signing.
He's a great player.
I think that's a good signing for you.
But yeah, I think it'll be a tough one, but I look forward to it. I think the game will be exciting, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be locked in. We'll be doing the watch along here on the channel for that game, of course. It'll be really interesting to see because if Leeds get their third center back starter back, they'll be able to play James Justin and Jared Bogle in their wingback positions, and that's where they have speed. That's where the speed comes from in that formation, and they'll be able to get behind that high line.
It looks like everybody's back.
I think they'll have success. I think they're going to have success getting in behind you. They like to use their width, and I'm interested to see how Dominic Calvert-Lewin matches up against Kusanov. And do you think Kusanov will start after that performance, or do you think it'll still be Diaz and Gay?
It's Diaz and Gay.
So after Dominic Calvert-Lewin has his way with Ruben Diaz, he'll probably get hooked again, and after 2-0.
Never know. I mean, the thing here's why I'm saying Diaz for sure is going to play the FA Cup. He's going to for sure play that. So maybe he does. Maybe now that you say it, maybe he does play Kusanov in this game because Diaz is for sure playing the next week. But I mean, it's a week, so I think, or is it midweek? Is the FA Cup midweek or is it weekend?
It's weekend.
Oh no, there's a midweek game, right? Am I mistaken?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the FA Cup is in the middle of the week. I thought it was the 7th.
Right. The FA Cup is next week, but
I thought it was the 7th.
City play on Wednesday. So there's a midweek game. City plays Forest on Wednesday because the Premier League plays midweek next week.
There's midweek Premier League. Okay, yeah, there is. I got Brighton on Wednesday.
Did not know that until just
now. I didn't either. Yeah, we got Brighton.
Yeah,
and you play Forest. And I got Brighton, on Wednesday.
Oh, I mean, I think that does play a role in the lineup because Diaz is for sure playing against Newcastle. Like, zero question he's starting that one because he started the last one. So he's starting that game. So, I mean, Kusanov is going to start one of those. I don't know which one. If I were to use my logic, Kusanov will play the midweek game. He'll start the midweek game.
Versus Forest.
Yeah, I think he would do that one.
Forest,
I think you might need that speed versus Leeds and Calvert-Lewin.
I'm not. I think what they're because then you play Diaz back to back because that's what you have to do. No, wait, I forgot John Stones is back. I forgot my boy is back.
Yeah, there you go. Is he ever going to get his spot back in the back line though?
Oh no, he's gonna play the 6. I mean, he can play that, but he's gonna play the 6.
Sure.
I don't think you need as much pace. I think Diaz with Lewin's more of a header of the ball than like someone with fast pace. So you need someone more dominant in the air against Lewin.
That's a good point. That's a very good point actually. Yeah, I actually agree with that 100%. Because Leeds, while they do like to pass it around and they are pretty good at playing out from the back, one thing that we know all Pep teams pretty much that I've ever seen, and Man City in this little resurgence that they've been in recently, that's been their best attribute is pressing from the front. They pressed Newcastle to death in that first half. Newcastle were not able to play out at all. And Leeds, one thing I have noticed about them, they are very quick to just find Calvert-Lewin. If it's not working out, if they're getting pressed back, they'll very quickly just not, you know what, no messing around. We're just going to find Calvert-Lewin. And so I think we're going to see that a lot. So actually, let's see if you're spot on with that. I think that it will be Diaz because of that right there. No, that's a good call. For sure. But hopefully Calvert-Lewin will get the best of him. Yeah. Hopefully Calvert-Lewin will get the best of him. And any drop points is fine with me. Any result for Leeds, I'm A-okay with. A-okay with. Anything to get me back a 4-point lead at the Etihad. Anything to have me where I have a bigger cushion going to the Etihad, I'll be so happy with that. I got just the worst PTSD of that stadium, man.
No,
the last time we went there with a chance to, if we beat them, we went ahead of them and we were in pole position was a nightmare. It was disgusting. I still see Kevin De Bruyne in my nightmares curling that one around
I think they've got more
Raya.
chance of dropping points against Forest the way they played against us. I think you got in probability wise, Man City, if they were going to drop points in the next 2 games, it would be most likely against Forest. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just the way they've been playing recently, the way they played against us as well, the way they played in the Europa League. I think there's a definite upturn in form.
New manager bounce, yeah, absolutely. But Lucy, think you're gonna win? Think you're gonna smash Leeds?
I think it'll be a good game. I don't see a reason why City shouldn't win. I mean, you don't know. You never know on the day. Everybody, it's on the road, and guys got to find form. You don't know what the weather's going to be like. You don't know if the grass is going to be
cold.
The wind is blowing and stuff like that.
I live near Leeds. It's going to be cold. It's going to be
and rainy and nasty.
It's Manchester. I don't think that really matters.
At least scoring once, the way Leeds play as well, that free-flowing football, and they've scored against a lot of top teams. So I can see that, depending on how Guehi manages it. But I think with the pace, I think Jake mentioned, with Leeds' pace on the wings, I think they could definitely cause problems.
I'm not worried. I mean, I'm being honest. I'm not necessarily terribly worried about.
I think you win, but I'm saying.
No, I hear, but I'm not worried about the pace because Nunez is fast. I mean, it's not like City is slow in the back. I mean, it's not like we're slow. And again, those guys are kind of finding their pace because the other thing that's really cool about Nico O'Reilly playing on the field in that midfield 3 is the fact that what it allows is it allows him to go out to the left side, and he's faster than Eight Nori. And so he can cover there where Eight Nori can play that wing and hug the line. So I'm not that like the pace. I'm not worried about the counters are generally the thing, but in how well they press. But I think,
you're always good for a good counter attack from when I see.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the City has just been better. It's just a matter of the biggest thing is what are they going to turn up for the second half? They've been turning up and looked better or more stable in the second half. So that's really the thing. Because I mean, we all can see it. Like City is fine in the first half. I don't think anybody's questioning City's going to come at them in the first half. They're going to do what they do in the first half. And so, you know, if they finish their chances, then the game's over. You know what I'm saying? Like the game's over. It just depends on what the what it looks like in the second half.
I mean, that's what happened to Fulham, and that's also what happened to Newcastle in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semifinal. So yeah, if you don't withstand that initial onslaught,
because we coming at the beginning. Yeah,
it's a long afternoon if you don't withstand the first pressure for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So all the speed they have will not matter because we come to the face at the beginning.
If you're already down 3-0, yeah, what's it matter? What's it matter? Absolutely. Well, you know, I will tell you, it does matter. It very much so does matter when you're going out here robbing people, Asif.
I'll be right back.
Jake.
When you're going out here and you're robbing people blind, man. Forest were far better than you. They were by far the better team, and you robbed them. You robbed them blind.
A win's a win. I keep telling you this. You're talking about Arsenal, etc. You would have taken that by hook or by crook. You would have taken that. If they managed to steal one against Brentford or managed to steal one against Hey,
I got a 0-0. I got a 0-0 at Forest. I would have taken that all day long.
And like I say, we defensively, I was impressed with us. I think Rio needs a game now. I think with Salah the way he's playing, I think he should. It might be controversial, but I think he should replace Salah. For a while.
He was poor, man. He was poor again.
Rio, I think when he came on in those 15 minutes, he changed the game for us. That direct running, etc. I think he should be playing the next game. Hopefully he does. I know it's going to cause a lot of dressing room problems if Salah gets dropped, but it doesn't matter. I think the way we're playing, we need it. Yeah, I think Rio should get a shot. That's my personal opinion. And yeah, Jake, a few months from now, you're not even going to be talking about this. Nottingham Forest being robbed.
I just like messing with you.
Record books will say Liverpool won, and as long as that way we get the Champions League, and hopefully we beat Man United in league standings, I'm okay with that for this season. Isak's going to be back soon. Hopefully, so we've got a little bit of cover up front as well, which is what we're lacking. Hopefully, we get some summer business done in regards to, I think we need another winger because Gakpo, I think, is very predictable down that side. I think we're missing Diaz, someone who's a bit, the way he's playing for Bayern, you can tell we're missing him. I think that was a mistake selling him, but that's just my personal opinion. But hopefully, from what I've heard as well, the Leipzig winger's going to be coming. Hopefully, he's a Liverpool supporter as well, so he wants to come, even though he's not tonight. He's
Nuno or something. It's like Nano or Nuno or something. Is that the guy you're talking about? I can't remember.
Check, but he's fast. That's what.
He's
lightning apparently as well. So.
Well, is it worrisome that you seem to be putting in similar performances?
Diomande, that's his name.
Diomande. Yeah.
I know
I know
you're talking about, but hopefully we should. Yeah.
Well, is it worry you that you seem to be having the same performance? Where to me it seems like you're not great for like the whole game, but you have moments. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. You have your moments, and this one, like, you left it way late to find those moments. You left it way late,
Jake,
to find the moments. Is that worrisome that you're kind of like?
We had a habit last season of like turning up late and getting a goal. So I think the way we're playing at the moment, it doesn't matter. It's we grind out teams if we have to. If we need to grind. We don't need the best performance to win. I think that's a quality team. To be truthful.
Yeah, but better teams will put you to the sword. Forest should have scored at least twice in the first half.
Yes, I'm not denying that. Forest played a really great game against us, and we rode that luck. But it's a smash and grab. No one's gonna, like I say, it is what it is. I'm happy with the 3 points, no matter how it came. We need to be in the Champions League. A club of our size needs to be in the Champions League. So I'm happy with it. We're playing West Ham next.
You actually have an easy run in the next 3 games to where you can kind of gain confidence. You got West Ham, and then you're at Molineux twice in a row because you play them in the league, and then you're playing Wolves again in the FA Cup.
No, please don't say anything. You're like I said, don't jinx us about my Molineux, especially after what happened to you.
You got 2 chances. You got 2 bites at the cherry.
Like
you got 2 bites, 2 chances.
You can't turn around and say it's an easier game, especially after what happened to you.
Oh, you're gonna smash Wolves. You're gonna destroy them. You're gonna beat them 5-0, bro. You're gonna win
after what happened
6-0. Salah hat trick. Rio's gonna get a hat trick. Dude, you're gonna win 6-0. You're gonna beat Wolves back to back 5-0 both games.
Jake, you try to jinx us there, but I don't
know what you're talking about. You're gonna destroy West Ham too, like 6-0.
No. Especially after you, like I say, you can't say this, especially after what happened to Arsenal. So it's a hard place to go. Even Molineux, I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm not making any predictions. Hopefully we win. And I'm just gonna leave it there. I think we should be humble, especially against a side such as Wolves, which you guys, I don't think, were humble in that game against the Wolves. I think we need to be more humble in regards to, even if it's West Ham, even if it's Wolves, we need to go there, make sure those 3 points are on the board. It doesn't matter who you play. It's Premier League. It's, anything could happen on his day, which is why
West Ham is not going to be easy. They're coming to Anfield, so you definitely have that going for you. But your form is poor, despite results. Your performances have been kind of iffy, and West Ham are heating up, man. They're fighting. Of all the teams down there that are in jeopardy, you can see it on the field. West Ham are the team that's fighting for it. They are at
West Ham, but if we can get Souček under control, we can beat him in the air first of all. Which I think Van Dijk and Konaté together, if they can handle his physicality. And if we can get someone to stop Bowen running down the wings, we should be fine. And I think that's where the most dangerous West Ham. So if we get Bowen, stop him from running at us, and we get more of the control, more of the ball, stop Souček, those long balls coming into Souček, we'll be fine. And I think that should be our game plan going for. And if Rio plays, even better. I would like him running at those defenders. Bissaka, not so much. Bissaka's really good on one-on-ones. He's just useless going forward. So I'd like him at the But
you're only saying that because he's former Man United.
No. He's really good at one-on-ones. I've seen Bissaka play. I've seen one-on-ones. He's a decent defender. It's just the fact that he going forward, he's absolute. Yeah. He's the opposite of Trent Alexander-Arnold, basically.
So you wouldn't take him. You wouldn't take him because that's a great segue into my next question for you. I did a short. I released it yesterday about Liverpool and this right back thing that y'all got going on. So you wouldn't take Wan-Bissaka. You're in desperate need of a right back because now it's Jones fly back and forth.
We've been linked with a Roma right back who's out of contract. He's pretty decent from what I hear. Wan
You need
Bissaka.
him.
I'm not saying he doesn't do a good job for West Ham, but he's not Liverpool material. So
Fair enough.
So that's the way I see it. Yeah, it's like how he played it for Man United. No, I can't see him bombing down the wings like Frimpong or no. It's
Right.
that. So we need to get him fit. We need to in the meantime, injuries. We need. I think this summer we need to do what Arsenal did in regards to our squad, and fill it out a bit, like you guys did in the summer. I think that would be really helpful for us going forward. Hopefully, you do that. We need some more bodies in there, but some quality players, and then we can kick on next season. Once we get Isak having a good pre-season instead of just coming in right at the end, I can see us getting Diomande in electric winger. Yeah, I can see us doing well if we have someone like that.
Will you guys get a preseason? Because the World Cup is kind of going to make that hard.
Everyone's going to be in the same boat, though.
No, that's what I'm talking about. But you're talking about I don't know if your guys will get a preseason. You know,
it's a shorter preseason, but even then, it's a preseason that's more than Isak got this season. So,
but
Well, go ahead.
I mean, he's coming back from a pretty serious injury. So I mean, it depends.
He's gonna, but he's done it before. Nes, when he had Newcastle, he had how many injuries did he have for Newcastle? He'd recover and still bang a goal in. How many times we saw that when he just came back, and so on that score, I just want to see him on the pitch scoring. At least we've got an alternative to Ekatite as well.
You might not even need one. He might be the guy. I mean, apparently he's the best. What'd you say, Jay? He's the signing of the season?
It's the best signing of anyone in the summer. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing out in the world.
I think technique-wise, he hasn't got the physicality of Gyökeres, but technique-wise, I do think he's superior. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. Technical ability, sure.
Just the way he touches the ball, some of the layoffs. I'm sure you've seen it yourself. So I'm not saying that everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses. Gyökeres, physicality-wise, I think obviously he beats Ekatite, but yeah, different strokes for different folks.
Ekatike is not small though. It's not like he's a weak player. He's really tall.
But he's not as built.
Oh no, he's not a brick shithouse.
Yeah,
like Gyökeres is. That's for sure.
Is
but are you worried about this right back thing? So would you rather see Joe Gomez and a traditional lineup, and you would have to sacrifice Sloppy Sly or Curtis Jones, or would you rather keeping them both in the?
I'd rather keep Szoboszlai in midfield, and I'd get if Gomez is back, I'd play him at right back.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because the rotation that Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai does leaves you vulnerable at times, I think.
Yeah.
So having a traditional,
that defensive sort of that,
and you'd rather Szoboszlai than Curtis Jones start.
Yeah, definitely. Just because of
he's in super good form. It would make sense to start.
Yeah, the attacking threat he brings, even if he's on the pitch as a right back, those free kicks that he's hitting at the moment, Jake.
Dynamite.
Yeah, so I prefer him in midfield. Obviously, he looks a different player when he plays in midfield. Obviously, I think he's one of our best players of the season. So, but yeah, he can do a job anyway, and that's what I like about him. So. Right back, midfield.
He's definitely your player of the season. He's definitely your player of the season by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, he's getting linked to Real Madrid. But hopefully,
is he?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
Because they're looking for a different profile of midfielder now. They're looking for someone like Cruz or Modric. They're gonna revamp that midfield next season.
So they can pass the ball to Mbappe, right?
I was gonna say Bellingham. I'm not passing to Mbappe. Is that what's it?
It's from what I'm hearing that if Klopp takes over, he wants to get rid of one of Bellingham or Vinny.
But that
ain't about to go to Madrid, really.
That means Trent will get to play then, because he's keeping Trent. He loves Trent.
Yeah, he loves Trent. So Yeah, it'll be interesting. But like I say, with Liverpool, I want to just get to the end of the season, Champions League for now. Hopefully, win the Champions League. Never know. That's probably and then take it from there.
Do you guys play United again, or you're done?
Yeah,
'Cause I
no,
don't
we're playing United again, so that's going to be a big
Oh, do they? Oh,
That's massive. That's going to be a massive game.
what is that game? Now I got to. Oh,
That's
you
going to be a
playing
massive
today?
game.
Yeah,
And you play them at Old Trafford. Whoa.
yes, that's going to be. But I want to be ahead.
Yes.
Hey, Jake, have you looked at Liverpool's end of the season schedule?
Yeah,
No,
It's awful.
I haven't. Oh,
They
yeah?
play United, Chelsea,
good.
and Villa.
yep, that's what I mean. So, which is why we need to.
And then Brentford.
I-
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay,
We
ay.
need to pick up
That's a
points
horrible
now.
end of the season.
This is why we need to pick up points now.
Yeah.
At least I know it's a horrible, but I can
Again-
see us winning at least 2 or 3 of those games. I can see us winning at
Wolves.
least 2. Jake, you just try to.
Yeah, you got to beat West Ham and Wolves. You can do it, bro. You're going to do it.
Because you guys.
You're going to smash them. 6 points for sure.
Just because you
6
guys
points
put
for
them in,
sure.
We're gonna go in there with humility. Even if we're 2-0 up, we're not gonna. I don't see it as choking.
No, y'all are going to smash them. You're going to absolutely decimate
I'm
them.
not
It's
saying-
going
I'm
to
not-
be
I'm not talking-
embarrassing.
I'm not talking about the actual thing. I'm talking about mental. What do you call it? Strength.
No, yeah, this is the mentality to have. You're going to beat 9-0. You're going to win 9-0.
No, I can see Van Dijk. If we're 2-0 up, he's not going to be like, oh yeah, we won this now, lads. No, we can take it easy. No, none of that. None of the Arsenal mentality. We'll keep it tight.
Hey, I'm on top of the league. Don't you want to imitate me? I'm winning. I'm on top of the league.
Yeah, but you guys love your set pieces while we actually like to play football.
Yeah, you might go back and check that stat on how many open play goals Arsenal has. I'll let you do that by yourself. And how many open play goals Liverpool has. Because I've scored 100 goals this season. I've scored 100 goals this season. I have 100 goals this season, Asif. Are all of them free kicks? I don't remember scoring 100 free kick corner kicks.
I am checking this. This now.
I'll let you do it.
I don't know nothing
man.
about nothing, man. So.
Open play goals, you're 1 ahead of us, actually.
Boom. There you go. Set piece FC, no more, baby. We haven't scored any set pieces.
Hold on now. We're not going to say all that.
I did. I just said it.
Probably got the most set piece goals in the league, though.
Yeah, we got that too. But I also have the second most. I also have the second most open play goals in the whole league.
Who has the first? I actually don't know.
You guys. No.
You.
Oh, seriously? Oh,
yeah, you do.
Open game is you guys. Dennis,
you actually scored one more goal than us.
Then it's Arsenal by 1 goal. So if we
I didn't know that either.
If we get a good couple of results, then we'll revisit this, Jake.
Yeah, sure. Fair enough. I still play as well. But see, the thing about it is I've played a game more than you as well. So I have and it's not that's not a good thing. Because I've played one more than you. I should be ahead by more. So that's how that is. But yeah, I think Liverpool probably gonna be just fine against the Bubbles. It'll be tough. And if y'all don't show up,
no, we need to, like I said, check. We need to crack it down, because that guy's a beast, and also Bowen. If we can stop those two, I think more or less stopped West Ham. So
it's not gonna be easy. It won't be easy. They'll be up for it.
A lot of these relegation sort of hovering teams, I think they just care about getting points. Period. I mean, obviously they want to get a win, but I think just. You gotta watch out for them just being cool with a draw, man. Like, that still matters. Because I mean
that's exactly what Man City, because you've got Leeds,
for sure.
Nottingham Forest, so
yes, for sure.
Exactly that's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying on paper, Liverpool should have these next 2 games. Man City should have these next 2 games. It's not as simple as that.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
Especially this time of the season. So,
And this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity, Asif, because Crystal Palace play Manchester United, and Crystal Palace, although they have gotten up to 35 points, they're still in trouble. They're still struggling, and so they know that they have to win, and so they're going to give United. They're going to give United a game. So this might be a chance for you to take pole position in the Champions League places. You have to show up for this one. You can't sustain the way you've been playing. You got to show up for this one because West Ham are going to be at it. Palace are going to be at it versus United, and I'm going to destroy Chelsea. So
I'm just hoping Mateta's back for that game, but he doesn't look like it.
no, is he still out? Damn, he's been out for a while.
Yeah, he's had this knee issue that apparently messed up his move to AC Milan. And Larson needs to start scoring goals for Crystal Palace. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're going to be a.
Yeah, we'll see if
they need it. They're in trouble. They need it, man. But I think, honestly, in the end, I think Forest are going to be. I feel bad because I really want Spurs to go down, but when I really look at it objectively, West Ham's schedule, bro. West Ham's schedule is nightmarish. It sucks. They still have to play us. They still have to play Chelsea, United. They're playing Liverpool this weekend. Still got to play Spurs. Like it's their run is shitty. So Spurs might maybe just escape again because West Ham. But see, that's the thing. That's where I'm like, but West Ham of the relegation teams are playing the best. Them and Leeds are in the best form as far as the teams down at the bottom. It's just West Ham have such a tough run. Forest do have a new manager bounce, so I think they're going to be all right. But
Jake, are they playing you? Out of curiosity.
Who's that?
West Ham playing Arsenal.
Yeah, they have to play us on like it's like the second to last game of the season. It's at the London Stadium, but it's like the second to last game of the season. It's like right at the end of the season. So we're
yeah. I could see them pulling the
bro.
balls.
Hey man,
You remember the fire drill in the 25th minute last season? Do you remember the fire drill in the 25th minute last season? We were up 4-0.
Jake, you tried to put the Wolves hoodoo on the seat just now, so he's just giving
So
that one
I
back
could
to
see
you.
West Ham Suchek getting ahead of bullying.
You tried to put the hoodoo on him.
Yeah, bullying.
4-0 in 20 minutes. 4-0 in 20 minutes.
No, I could say Gabriel.
Fire drill.
And I can see
There was a fire drill last time we went to that stadium.
I can see that, and I could see maybe Estavo using that Brazilian magic this weekend as well. Hopefully.
Oh, he's injured. He didn't want the smoke. He didn't want the smoke. He ducked it.
Nah, he's like my.
He's injured. They're toast, bro. I'm telling you. We're gonna smoke them. I lost my quarter I was playing with. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, yeah, dude. That's why I'm confident that they're bringing half a team. Cole Palmer don't want it. Caicedo don't want it. They're bringing half a team. We're gonna smoke them.
I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Arsenal are not going to win the Champions League.
That's not like a really thin limb you're going out on there, Asif. That's not a huge statement to say we're not going to win the Champions League.
And then I haven't finished yet. Then I'm going to say you're going to choke it. I think you're going to choke, and I think like I said that last momentum wise, I think Man City. I really do think just because of the mental strength, Jake. Which is
literally dunking on you.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that very much.
I was telling you how it is against the Wolves, and you agreed with me as well. when backs against the wall, you guys fall.
We'll see.
So, and
We'll
I don't
certainly
think
see.
you have that leadership. And if someone has you in trouble, which I think
it's been dicey, hasn't it?
Yeah, when someone at the end of the season, with these relegation teams, it's going to happen where you're going to be backs up against the wall, and this is where I think Man City have the advantage.
Oh, I'm gonna say that and Jake will be tired of me. One, because Jake has picked up my mantra. There's a lot of games left to play. Said that one earlier. I stand on that one all the time. And the second thing, it's a long time to go, man.
Yes, it's a long time to go, but as
I'm only doing a game at a time.
As Jake was trying to jinx me,
he clearly was.
Yes, I'm just trying to tell him. Momentum-wise, mentally. Mental strength-wise, I think you guys need someone to come in, some sort of a specialist to try to help you guys in regards to leadership and mental strength, because you guys fall like
like Monaco did today. Yeah, like a lawn chair. That's what you're trying to say?
Like a cheap lawn chair. Yeah, that's
what.
Yeah. I can
sure.
Yeah, I can see that happening. So that's just my bit, Jake. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I really do hope Arsenal finally get a Premier League trophy. It does not matter to me if
I have more Premier League trophies than you do.
Sorry?
Finally getting a Premier League trophy. I have 3 of those. You've 2 of those.
Jake, I'm not talking about Premier League. I'm talking about championships in general. We have a whole
Fair enough. Fair enough. You have 7 more than I do. Calm down.
Yeah, and
fair enough.
How many Champions League have you got compared to us?
My first one's loading. It's on the loading wheel.
Okay,
it's on the loading wheel. You see this wheel behind me? It's loading.
And how many do we have, Jake?
A lot.
Yeah.
You have a lot. There you go. Yeah.
We have a lot of European trophies, and Europe is usually where the money is, where the rep is. So
good luck in Madrid. Good luck with Atletico. We'll see if you get past them.
Good luck with Atlanta or either one. Those guys are looking very hot at the moment. So yeah, Jake.
I think you'll have a good shot. Actually, I honestly, like, objectively, banter aside, I think you do have a good shot at the Champions League.
I think that's where we come alive in regards to Champions League nights at Anfield. So I think that's probably our best shot.
I don't want to have to go to. I definitely don't want to have to go to Anfield. There's a world where it would be a semifinal. Like we might play you in a semifinal. That would be shitty. That'd be really shitty.
But are you on course? If you get past the next round, you'd be Bayern.
Well, I would play Bayern in the final. If I play Bayern, it'd be the final.
Yeah, they're opposite sides.
Opposite sides.
Yeah, they're the like they are me on the other side of the bracket, right? Yeah, so we wouldn't see them again until the final.
Yeah,
they're looking deadly at the moment. So I've seen some of their games. So
I would rather avoid you than them. I'd rather play them home and away than you.
Yeah, I think so. Just because of the.
I don't want to go to Anfield. I'd rather play him than you. I'd rather go to the Etihad than Anfield.
Anfield or European nights is something else. So
I've gotten results at the Etihad. I don't remember the last time I got a result at Anfield. I mean, I think we got a couple draws, but
yeah.
We haven't scored a goal against you this season. So I don't want to go to Anfield at all.
I think, but once we get Isak back, I think the rest, Salah actually hits a bit of form, or we get Leo in instead. I think we're a dangerous team to play, and I think a lot of teams won't want to play us. Atletico, I think that would be challenging just because of their defensive setup, or how they play. But I think that might play into our hands.
Would you rather them or Galatasaray? It's one of the two.
I'd say Galatasaray, just for the fact that Juventus gave them such a game, and I think we form wise and just on paper as well, I think it would be obviously going to Galatasaray is going to be a hard game. Even if they'd win, we can take it away. And
So's Madrid.
Yeah, so's Madrid.
Madrid will be tough too.
Yeah, but I think it'd be an easier assignment, me personally, in Gala against Gala. Then I think we could scrape through, personally. So that's my. I'd rather play Galatasaray, just for the fact that Juventus nearly.
Yeah, I think y'all. You do have a shot, but also after that, you got the winner of the PSG, Chelsea, Newcastle, and who was it? The other team that are in that side, in that group of four, you have the winner of that four. If you get past it, so you might be playing Paris again.
Paris, I don't mind playing actually.
Or Barca.
Their form at the moment, as long as they don't do a last season where they like end of season form is like they hit it at the right time. Because as long as they don't do that, because the way they're playing at the moment, they've got Dembele out. They're not looking as organised. I didn't see that sort of performance today against Monaco either. Who knows? They might come alive like last season in the knockout season.
That's not going to be fun. If you do make it to the quarterfinal, your opponent is either going to be Newcastle, Chelsea, Barcelona, or Paris. That's not going to be fun. But it would be cool to see you play Chelsea in the quarterfinal in the Champions League and just smoke them.
I would rather play them. I'd rather play
of the four, you'd rather play Chelsea, I think.
I'd rather play.
You don't want to go to St. James either for a Champions League night.
I'd rather. We've got enough experience to beat them. I think on paper,
Sure.
I'd rather not play PSG, just for the fact that they've got players that can switch it like that, and like when they played in the first leg against Monaco, that Doué played brilliant.
Well, Monaco got 2 red cards, a red card in both games, so they're idiots.
Exactly. Yeah.
They only have themselves to blame today. That made me mad.
They know how to play against, and as you know, Jake, against English teams, they played absolutely brilliant.
They beat all of us. They beat 4 English teams last season.
That's why I don't want to play them. That's the only reason why I wouldn't want to play them until like a bit later on. I'd rather face Barcelona personally, but
yeah. Well, we definitely know that Man City is going to have to play Madrid. It's
funny, Courtois. He just did his interview. Courtois said, we're playing Man City." Like he didn't even mention. He's like, who we're playing. We know who we're playing. Like we're.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. It was nice. The photo thing out there. We know we're not playing.
I want you guys to play Bodo again.
I mean, I would love to play him. Hey man, I'm telling you,
that's not in the plan though.
It's not.
UEFA is definitely matching you with Madrid. That's happening.
It's literally the meme where they milk the cow that's empty. They're literally going to have us play them again.
That means Arsenal might have to play Bodo. If we make the quarterfinals and they do as well, we might have to play them.
I don't know if you want that Santa Claus smoke, man.
We've been there in the Europa League. It wasn't fun.
That's it. I don't know if you want the Santa Claus smoke.
No. I don't think anybody wants to go to the North Pole at this point. Absolutely not. But yeah, I think
Atlanta or Bayer Leverkusen for you guys, Jake.
Yep.
Tough game. Either one is tough.
Yeah, and just on that, just the way that the schedule is, we have to send it in the first leg. Gotta send it, because I don't want to have to play a gotta have it balls to the wall, do or die second leg tie right before the cup final, because it's the 16th and the 17th are the dates for the second leg of the Champions League, and then it's like 4 days. It's like 5 days later. This is
why it's so important.
The cup final.
Liverpool to get the next couple of games, gets those points on board, and then because then we can We can
Exactly.
concentrate on the Champions League. So that's what I want. That's what I want, and hopefully we can do that. So
Yeah, we need to work, whether it's in Bergamo or it's in Leverkusen. We got to send it. We got to absolutely balls to the wall in that first leg and come home with a lead. Is what I want. But of course, when we get there, we will be doing the previews.
Same as Nez, Man City as well.
Yeah, same with Man City.
All I know is that we play
Real Madrid,
Leeds.
that's a hard game.
That's the only game I'm focused on is Leeds. I mean, we got to focus on that. We can't go skip things. So I hear you. But Leeds is who we play next.
That's fair enough. Definitely got to focus on the game ahead. And I'm pretty confident. I'm feeling good about the Chelsea game. I'm actually halfway confident that Leeds got something for you. And very interesting to see what West Ham can bring to Anfield. Of course, it's going to be a good weekend. And it's been a good pod here this evening. Of course, I've enjoyed it. I know they have as well. I hope that everyone here has also enjoyed it. So go ahead and smash up those likes for the Champions League, for the Premier League games at the weekend. Of course, hype it up if you got any of those points left. And we certainly appreciate you being here. It will be an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to the community. If you are new, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. Get that notification bell on. We got tons of content coming down the pipe for you. Thanks again, and we'll see us next time.